filters and slicers are very important to learn in the journey to mastering the business intelligence tools, and especially Power BI. In Power BI, if you know how to use the filters and how the filters are being used by Power BI, you are over the half path to the destination to become a Power BI data analyst or business intelligence specialist. Call it whatever you want, but the tool is the one. So how filters are working, how many types of filters do we have? We have several types of the filters. The filters that are context based and filters that are applied on the visuals, filters that apply through this, the slicers, and filters that are synchronized. Too much information, right? So it's better to see right now on Power BI, and don't forget to subscribe in order to keep the up to date, keep yourself up to date with the Power BI tools, Power BI tricks and tips. It might be a bit confusing Power BI using the filters because there are a lot of kind of filters. It's not as straightforward as it might be in Excel that you used to have using, but I'm here to help you out and show you different kind of filters, and it's not gonna be hard, so don't worry about that. Let's go now and create the new page. It's gonna be page 2. And this new page, I want to visualize the sales amount. Sales amount. Right. Now, and date. And date. For years, okay, for years is fine. All right. Now, what I want to do. First, we're going to see how to apply the normal filter on visual, the easiest one. It's beginner level. Then we're gonna see how to apply the slicer. It's also beginner level. It's given more flexibility to user to select, deselect some features or adjust the data based on the interest of the user, based on the curiosity of the user. Then we are going to see how to apply the slicer from one page to other page. And the latest one is we're going to see how to apply the filter within the formula in DAX. So 3 places where you can actually apply your filter. Let's go and see the first one. We can, let's say, for example, in the page 1, we have different selections here. We have country or category. Let's say category, where the category is coming from. Here, where the category is coming from the products. I want to filter by the category, right? I can go here, go to visualization, filters, drag and drop from the products category here to filters on this visual, and select that it's gonna show only bikes or only clothing. 1 million of the sales in 2019, or 30 millions. Oh, not bad, huh? Anyways, we are gonna see this one here, right? So you can just hide the filters so the users are not gonna see the filters in the online version of Power BI. You can apply this filter if you have the dedicated page for the bikes. You can actually apply this filter not on the visual level but on the page level, or you can apply filters on all pages. So it's going to apply this filter to all pages. This is the one way of applying the filter. Now, the second way is through the slicers. I can drag and drop this here and in this case, let's select it as a slicer, and I'm gonna have accessories, bikes, and so on. So it's doing exactly the same that we used to do. Wait, did we remove the filter from here? Yeah, we have removed. Okay, this is also straightforward, right? But what if I want to, when your users come into the first page and is curious about seeing everything about bikes, how the bikes are doing today or this year, selects the bikes and looks at all this data here, like quantity and the sales amount, sees how this wild cards are shown, what is the target previous year and versus this year and so on. But how to keep this filter also in other page, because if I change here from the bikes to the clothing, I'm not gonna see this here. It's gonna just completely change, right? I have to again click on this, and again, if imagine you have like 30 pages, you usually don't, but you might have like up to 10-15 pages, no? Every time going there and selecting, like searching for what you want to search for, and sometimes you forget to change the selections and you just look the wrong data thinking that you're looking at the specific data, right? What we want to keep it consistent, we want to synchronize it. And it's actually called synchronizing in Power BI. It's this button here. You go to view, and from view you go to sync slicers. You click that, you have the tab open on the right hand. If you click one slicer here, it's gonna say do you want to sync that? If you say yes, you just click here. For instance, we have here, this one is showing you just click and you have a copy of this slicer in other page, and this one is just you are applying the values, right? It's going to be visible or not visible. So let's do this and this, and now let's remove this so we have we see everything. Now there's nothing applied here. Again, let's go back here. Let's click that. So you just click this and go back to the second page, and we see that here this guy has appeared here. I don't want to see this guy here, so I just click this. So I just I'm hiding this. Actually, you're not gonna see anymore this guy here. And but if you go and see, there's a category applied as a filter to this visual. If I go to the first page and change the category to bikes and come back and check again, the bikes is applied here. And now you want to ask, well, where does this this guy went then? If you want to find that slicer here, you go to selection, and you're gonna see that there's a hidden selection here. Actually, you can do that, this one, right? Nice. The third filter is the filter that you're doing in a DAX formula. In the DAX formula, when you do the calculate, you actually can say that I want to calculate for the certain product. I don't want to risk that someone is messing up my Power BI report by just randomly clicking, slicing and dicing or whatever it is. In that case, what you do, you just go to data, and in data you select, you create a measure. Well, I'm repeating saying that we need to create the measures table to keep everything elegantly and so on, but I'm not applying. Promise next time I'm gonna have a separate table with all measures separately, accurately stored in that. Please do that. It's a best practice. But for now, let's leave that topic because we're not talking about that. We are talking about filters. We're creating a measure. I'm gonna call this measure. I'm gonna call this measure as the slicer. Slicer second page. No, let's say like filter bikes, or better, some of the bikes. So what you do, let me just make it bigger to show you. We go with calculate. We want to calculate the sales total, and in the sales total we want to calculate the sales amount. We close sum. Then what we say that in product, here's it, products category, we want this category to be bikes. Was it written like bikes or something else? I hope it was written as bikes. Let's go forward and see what happens. Now we have, do we have the bikes applied here now? Yes, it's applied here, but now I want to remove that application. Actually, I want to remove that, yes. Or let's not remove that. No, let's remove that. Let's remove that. I don't want to have that here. Okay, let me see. How can you deselect the selection? So you just go here and you say that I don't want this to be synchronized with that one there. I don't want to have any relation with that. So if I'm gonna select the clothing, I'm gonna have the clothing here. Okay, so let's go here. It's for clothing. Now let's just take the same procedure here. Let's say copy and paste. All right, and now I'm gonna change the data that we have here. Instead of sum of sales, we're gonna have the measure that we have just calculated, the sum of bikes. And yeah, so what we see here, so we have selected the clothing, right? Normally it should also be applied on this one too, right? But it's not affecting that because we have calculated and we have told that the selection should be a context-based. My filter, sorry, it should be filter context. So my filter is the bikes. So I want to see the sum. No matter what you select here, I want to see the sum for bikes. So we keep the selection as it is. Great. That's the end of our today's topic. It was a bit long. Sorry about that. But hope you have enjoyed and you took something useful for yourself.